In this video, we need to express as a single rational expression the sum of three expressions given here. Now, few ideas before we start. Rational expressions are dealt with in the same way as fractions. If you remember, on fractions, if you are adding or subtracting fractions with the same denominator, we just add the numerators and we keep the same denominator. Now the same thing for rational expressions. We can only add rational expressions that have the same denominator. For example, to add this, there is no problem. They have the same denominator, x plus 1. I put it here, and then at the numerator I add 1 and x. But if the denominators are different, x minus 1 plus 2 over x plus 2, the denominators are different. Therefore, we need to first put them or rewrite them with the same denominator before we can add them. So this is the first idea. The second idea is, if you have got a rational expression of the form, for example, just an example, 2x minus 3 over x 2 plus x minus 1. How do we know if it's simplified or not? We need to factor. We need to factor the numerator and the denominator and see if we cannot divide by some factors, cancel the factors. So these are the main ideas. Now, when you have rational expressions to add and simplify, always have a good look at what is given to you. Now here I can see one expression, one rational expression here, and one here they've got this different denominator. So I cannot add them or subtract them as they are. And then we have here another expression, another rational expression, and I can see, for example, that 6 is an even number, and then the coefficient 2 and the constant term are even as well. So there is some simplification here. And this is what I'm going to do first. Okay, so we have 2x over x minus 1 minus 1 over x plus 2 minus. Now I divide 6 by 2 and I divide all this by 2 as well. So 6 divided by 2 gives me 3. And here I divide each coefficient by 2. So 2x to divide by 2 gives me x2. 2x divided by 2 gives me x. Negative 4 divided by 2 gives me negative 2. Okay, good. Now we still have to examine the denominators. We have x minus 1, we have x plus 2, and then we have x2 plus x minus 2. Now, is this different from this and this? We cannot know unless we factor this first. So let's factor x2 plus x minus 2. That's x here and x here. We need two constant. When we multiply them, they give me minus 2. When we add them, they give me plus 1. So it's minus 2 and 1. Now, where do we put them? So x minus 2. Now, it's going to be a plus 2 and minus 1, because when I add 2 with the minus 1, that gives me the plus x. So we have factored. Let's rewrite again the expression. So what looked complicated when you factored this denominator here, in fact, it's the product of the two other denominators. Good. So what's going to be the common denominator? The common denominator here it's going to be x minus 1 multiply by x plus 2. It's already here, so we need to create it here and here. Now, how do we do this? Let's take 2x over x minus 1, multiply by, now we have x minus 1, what we need in the common denominator, x plus 2. We multiply by x plus 2, top and bottom. This is like multiplying by 1. This is equal to 1. When you multiply quantity by 1, you don't change its value. Now let's go to the second term. This one here. We have the x plus 2. What we need is the x minus 1. So we multiply top and bottom by x minus 1. Now let's put some brackets here. And then the last term, the third one here, we rewrite it as it is because already we have the common denominator. That's what we need. That's what we need. So what do we have? We have three rational expressions with the common denominator. Common denominator. So all what we need to do is to put the common denominator here. And then add. Now be careful, there is a multiplication, so it will be 2x times x plus 2. This multiplied by this. And then we have minus 1 multiplied by this. Keep the brackets. And then we have minus 3. Now let's continue simplifying. Now we need to expand the numerator, the expressions in the numerators. Now we do not expand the denominator unless we have 2. So 2x by x, that gives me 2x2 plus 4x minus x. Yeah, minus 1 by x give me minus x, and then minus 1 by minus 1 give me plus 1, and then minus 3. Simplify again. So the denominator will stay as it is. Now 2x2 is the only term with x2. Now I have 4x minus x. These are like terms, the x with the same power, so I can combine them to give me 3x, 4 minus 1, and then minus 2 here. Good. Is it simplified? We don't know unless we need to factor this first, this term here. So let's factor it. Denominator will stay as it is. Now we factor. We need 2x. Yep. We need 2x so that when we multiply it by this x, give me the 2x2. This 2x2 is due to 2x and x here. Now we need some two factors. When we multiply them, they give me minus 2. So either it's minus 1 and 2 or 2 and minus 1. Now we look at the 3x. 3x it's positive, so we need the 2 here, because this 2 multiplied by 2x will give me my 4x, but we need the minus 1 here so that the minus x with the 4x give me my 3x. And then the product, there is no problem, it's minus 2. And we can see that there is a common term here, a common factor in the numerator and denominator that we can divide by or simplify or cancel. And then at the end, we end up with 2x minus 1 over x minus 1. And it cannot be simplified any further than this. So this is the final answer, the simplification of the given expression at the beginning. Now again, I try to show all the possible steps so that we understand once and for all how to do these kind of questions.